Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Delta95, Crunch with another Transformers video, and this is going to be a Shattered Glass video. I know I'm a couple of figures behind. I haven't gotten to getting those out yet, but we're starting with Wave 2 with, of course, Ultra Magnus here. Now, we'll state real quick, did come with the comic. So here's your, oh, my brain just, Hasbro Pulse, alternate cover, I guess, or variant cover. So, one thing I do want to mention is I don't understand why this figure has such a massive box that he was packed in. They could have, like, gotten rid of a quarter of it, and that would have saved on both, I think, overall cost, because this thing was $67 after shipping. So, let's just, for comparison, because I did get proven wrong. I did think it was about the same size of Jetfire's box here, but I was sorely mistaken. I mean, it's hard to blame me with how much bigger this box is compared to Ultra Magnus. Like, it towers over it and then sticks out here to the side. So, you know, I could have swore this was about the size of a Commander class box, but no. Hasbro just likes wasting all this space. I mean, they go on and on about how they want to protect the environment with all the plastic and whatnot. But look at all the cardboard they're wasting. I know it's more recyclable than plastic, but come on. And of course, you know, no window. So if you do get that really nice artwork of Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus there with the sword axe combination. On the back, you got 21 steps from completely combined to robot, and then 12 steps between regular robot and cab, and 16 from truck to trailer. Also showing off the alternate head. And for his bio, it says, Ultra Magnus has become bored with warfare, having ended more sparks than he can count. He sets his sights on something greater, the destruction of the universe. So yeah, much more sinister than Optimus. So let's go ahead and get this guy open and check him out. And here we have Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus out of his packaging, looking pretty cool, pretty sinister, especially with that skull face going on, which, there we go, kind of see some of the details there once I bring in the light. See some of the teeth molded in, the metallic blue eyes, just kind of this withered look to a Prime style head, which, you know, like I said, I don't know if I said it in this video or prior, but I'm going to say it now. I honestly wish this was the Laser Prime mold, and then they would have saved this mold for Delta Magnus as a separate character. But you do get the Delta Magnus head, which I do plan on getting a second one of this. Probably still the comic later, I don't know. But definitely want to get a Delta Magnus for my Diaclone shelf. So yeah, you get the extra head. Also get the shoulder launchers that are molded in blue plastic, painted black, and then painted over that black is painted red. So already a lot of paint on just these two accessories. Just plug those right into there. Also see the glossy black paint on the shoulder stacks. Got the nice gunmetal gray there on the chest, along with this section. There's more on vehicle mode that we'll get to. Some red here. Not a lot of paint on this other than like this blue all throughout this. With the big purple evil Autobot symbol there. Of course, get his classic Magnus rifle. Then you get the axe and the sword. And of course a matrix, which I might actually put with Scourge. Now, I will say right now, I did go ahead and modify this sword, since even with the Laser Prime, the little tab here really served no purpose. So I just cut that off with some model, you know, like Gundam model kit nippers or side cutters, whatever. So I cut that off, and it still works, you know, just like that. But now you can at least give him the sword and have him use that. So got that, and just real quick I'll show you what he looks like with the alternate head. Got to be careful with these screws though, because apparently people have stripped theirs out. I'd rather just use the screwdriver, do it this way instead of damaging the plastic by just popping it off, especially considering this is clear plastic. We'll just take that off. Now, let me just give me just a moment here. And for this section, I'm not going to worry about. Hang on. So the head is in several pieces. You got this translucent plastic piece. You got this one here. You know, because that forms the eyes. Then you've got the face, which is one piece, and I believe the visor is another piece. So yeah, if you want a full Delta Magnus with the yellow eyes, you are going to have to paint those yellow. And I think it'd be cool with the yellow going through the red visor there. But even if you wanted to, you could just get rid of the visor. So I'm not going to worry about putting the screw in. Just I'm going to show you how he looks with the regular head. Now, he does use this in the comic. I've kind of skimmed through it. But it is cool nonetheless. So let me get this off of here. And we'll put the other head back on. In just a moment. All right, so go ahead and put this back on. And get the screw back in there. There we go. All right, so real quick comparison. Here he is. Here is our Positive Universe Magnus. So you can see the inspirations there. Now, originally I believe the Delta Magnus colors were going to be on the, the original animated movie. So, I mean, you can still do that if you want to with these. Get that out of the way. And here he is with his former or current commander. I don't really know the story between these two. I just know apparently he tortured him to appear the way he looks now. So yeah, the evil, very sadistic Optimus Prime. So let's go ahead and get this guy into vehicle mode. Go ahead and or actually to just base robot mode, but we'll go ahead and get the trailer ready for vehicle mode. So get this all off. You can have the moment from Rick and Morty, the whole baby legs thing. Been on a Rick and Morty kick, so sorry for the obscure reference if no one watches that. Take all this stuff off. Actually, we want this to slide forward. So we can slide this section up. Bring the arms back. Pull this out. Flip up the head. And then collapse this back. Fold down this front waist piece. Rotate it. Then we got a regular belt piece. Flip out the heels. And there we've got our powered core or Magnum convoy. So if you want that for your Diaclone stuff, you can. You can also, like I said, give him the sword and the rifle. You can even give him the axe. So have that going on. Which looks pretty good. All the posability is still the same. Like it's still holds up pretty good, or pretty good. The elbow is a little loose. I can probably fix that just by tightening up the screw. There is a little paint blemish right there, a little bit of silver paint got onto the shoulder, but it's going to be covered up 90% of the time anyways, so not a huge issue. All the joints still work just fine. I really do love the black helmet with the yellow eyes and silver for the mouth plate and head crest. You do get some more gunmetal gray here for the stripe. So let's go ahead and get the trailer real quick into vehicle mode. You just want to take these pieces, flip this whole, untab that whole section from there, bring it out, bring this whole affair out, like that. Here, do the same thing, untab, unfurl. Then we'll go ahead and plug the legs. Actually, no, not yet. I'll just take this whole section, just basically straighten it out. Then you got this tab here, which will go into that slot there. This tab into this slot here, so just like that. Got a square peg, square hole there. You got this piece, this little I-beam or rail piece. We'll go right onto there. Just a matter of getting everything lined up. Okay, there's that. And that kind of just rests right there. So there's that. Then for these sections, flip these out. And it slides over like that. Then these will tab onto here. I want them facing down, if I remember correctly. Got that. Move this tabs together. That. There we go. So there's the trailer. Now there is a little trick for these portions. I will show that off when we get there. I guess I'll go ahead and put these right here on the sides. Just like that. There you go. All right, get this guy in the truck mode, just flip in the heels. Bring these up. They will tab onto the side. Up. A little tab together. Bring this whole thing around. Slide the whole front torso. Actually, slide this down. Then rotate this around. Actually, before we do that, go ahead and open this section here. Okay. What's going on? There we go. And of course, my exposure is going crazy. Flip the head in, flip that up. There we go. Flip these back. There we go. All right, so the trick with these is sliding the peg into the hand. I guess we'll do it on just before we flip it in. All right, come on. So that covers up the hands and fills in the truck a little bit. And same thing on this side, flip that around. Tab in, close that up. So there's that. Then from here, I want to open up these sections. So that will just slide into that section right back here. That will clip onto those sections here. Same thing on this side. Put that in. And there we have Shatterglass Ultra Magnus in truck mode. I'm not going to get the other one in vehicle mode to compare, but just imagine this in, you know, white cab, mostly blue and white trailer. Like, really the only thing different with the trailer is there's white back here. And of course the Autobot symbols I added to mine. Might go ahead and add some Shatterglass symbols to this one. Of course, you can also store the rifle right there. And then the sword doesn't really have a place to go because it wasn't designed for this mold. But I guess you can fit it into there like that. And it rolls nice. I mean, it looks fairly good in vehicle mode. I do like it more like this since it is a unified color scheme. It's consistent with the design. I still just wish we had a proper, like, Studio Series Magnus that could turn separately, or no, they could turn just like Motormaster and Prime. Actually, you know what? I would love a Studio Series Magnus that was all one transformation, like a Minor Wars. That's what I'd love to see for Studio Series. I'd love to see Hasbro accomplish that again. If they can do that, I'd be super stoked. But yeah, I mean, it still looks good for big murder truck. So yeah, let's go ahead and take this guy back into base mode and then go to base robot mode and go back into combination. Go ahead and take these off. Take these off. I guess we'll go most of the way back to base robot mode and then just go straight into combine mode. Because all it takes to get into the base robot mode is just pulling the head out and sliding the bumper up. Oh, come on. These clips are tight. There we go. All right, so this, we'll just collapse that. Actually, fold that panel in, then collapse it all together. Wrap it around. There we go. Again, same on this one. Flip that first panel in, open this, fold it in half, fold that in half, and there we go. So there's the legs. Get the arm panels ready to go. Take these, split them apart, flip up those. I'll just go ahead and add the launchers on so we don't have to mess with that later. So there's that. This whole section, flip in the gunmetal gray piece. That fills up chest there. Fold this up and just keep it like that for the time being. All right, so from here, bring the arms partially out. Straighten the legs, so untab and swing out, bring down. Not going to worry about flipping out the heel spurs because we need those in for the combined mode. Flip down the waist piece, rotate that and up. Go and bring this whole section around. Now, like I said, originally you'd flip this out, flip out the head, but we're not doing that. So keep that down for combined mode. Slide this back. We'll go ahead and close these sections up, straighten out the fists. Okay. And put these back on. Down here, tab this into the back. Fold that down. There's these slots right here in the shoulders that keep them in place. this. 2 slots, 2 tabs. There we go. Slide this on. Same with that one. All we got to do now is we got the hole there, peg there. Plug that in, fold it up. Plug it in, fold it up. And there we have Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus back in robot mode. Still looking really awesome. Again, I really like how this turned out. Would have been a few things I would have tweaked, like, you know, some gunmetal gray here like we had on the Kingdom release. I think that would have helped a little bit. And yeah, I really want to pick up a second one now so I could have a powered convoy on my shelf. So it might be something I do here in the next few weeks if it's still online. And I think I'll just have him using, well, I think the combined weapon looks at least cool with this Magnus. I think when I have it as powered convoy, I'll just have him use the sword and the blaster instead of this giant lance looking weapon. So yeah, I mean, there's our Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. So hope you guys enjoyed this fairly lengthy video on something that should have been like maybe 10 minutes, but I do want to include transformations on my videos. So hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to let me know what you think of the Shattered Glass Magnus. Should we have gotten him as a separate release using the Laser Prime mold, or do you think this works as a way for Hasbro to sell multiples? So let me know what you think. How are you liking the Shattered Glass line so far? Do you want to see more in the future? Just like I said, let me know. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys all in the next video. And yeah, so see ya.